What's up guys, my name's Dychronic here on this Destiny 2 video, and today we're going to be showing you the weekly reset for, what is this, March 12, 2019, and today is a very special day among a lot of special days with the Season of the Drifter and Joker's Wild, because today is the release of the coveted, or the despised, Thorn hand cannon. Now this exotic hand cannon was in Destiny 1. It was definitely a super meta weapon in PvP that everybody hated to get killed by and always used anyways. A lot of misery is going to be happening very soon. I'm going to be starting the weekly reset by going through what the Drifter is, how to get that started, and how to get it going. In my understanding, there are 7 quest steps with the Thorn. There are other guides out there already talking about how to get it and all that stuff. I'm going to be doing my own little thing in a little bit, probably by tomorrow or something. But I'm gonna go ahead and get into it. The first step you have to do is go to the Drifter, and you have to pick a side. Now I don't know a lot about the different quest line. He'll give you some different dialogues, and at this point she'll ask you to pick a side. Either stand with the Drifter or you stand with the Vanguards. And then of course you can obviously do a different decision on a different character. So if you have more than one character, you can actually pick the other side if you want to. So right off the bat, what seems to be the difference between the two of them is the lore book. So obviously the Drifter is going to remember whether or not you side with him. That's probably going to affect what is going to be going on through the campaign. You probably have different story missions, probably slightly different story missions. I'm not too sure, but the only line in this is going to be the third bullet point that's different. If you go with the Drifter, you side with the Drifter, you will not have complete access to the Warlock and her lore book, which is the little things of the Praxic Fire things you've been getting over the last week, and you will have access if you go with the Vanguard. So if you're looking for that lore book, you have to at least go with the Vanguard once to be able to get the full lore book. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and side with the Drifter because honestly it really doesn't matter. I'll go ahead and get that lore book on my second or third character. Moving on, I really don't know what is going on. I honestly have not looked up any guides or any information about what's going on with this bounty. I just know what I know, and I'm just gonna read off what I have in my inventory. So it seems like the first step with the Drifter, going with the side of the Drifter, I don't know if it's the same with the other one, is going to be visiting the Spider. There's obviously going to be a whole series of quest line stuff, of quest steps and missions and all the whatnots. I haven't actually figured out. Hopefully there's not too many void kills in Crucible because it will drive me absolutely mad. But anyways, that is all you have to do to get this thing started. Obviously it's going to say exactly how you get the next step and all that stuff. But let's go ahead and get into the regular weekly reset with all of the doodads and the whatnot. Moving on to the Nightfall reset, we have 3 Nightfalls for you guys to choose from. The Pyramidion with the big sniper hobgoblin at the end. He drops the Silicon Norma sniper rifle. Next up, Tree of Probabilities has that Cabal guy that smashes through that big Minotaur at the end of one of the Infinite Force missions. He drops the DFA. And then lastly, you have the Hollowed Lair, which is going to be the Fanatic at the end of one of the Forsaken missions. And that's probably one of the highest, if not the highest scoring mission other than the Strange Terrain glitch in the entire game, and he drops the Mindbender's Ambition shotgun. The fastest one this week will definitely be Tree of Probabilities, since you can pretty much run past pretty much everything in the entire game until you get to the very end, and then obviously the highest scoring is going to be Hollowed Lair. The heroic modifier for this week will be Void Cinch, so all of the Vanguard strikes, heroic adventures, anything heroic will be Void Cinch for the week, and today will be Glass and Heavyweight. The weekly rotating Crucible playlist this week will be Showdown, so it's all out team warfare, revive a defeated teammate to steal back a point from your opponent's score, basically kind of a team deathmatch, but you can revive your teammates to get points back, somewhat kind of like Kill Confirmed or Supremacy, but it will involve reviving your teammate. Also, something I wanted to show off last week, which I did not show last week, which you probably already figured out already, but the Gambit playlist is actually an entire group of different kinds of things. First off, you obviously have your regular Gambit, which has a daily as well as doing 3 of those for that milestone weekly. You also have the Gambit Prime for doing 4 of these, and then lastly you have 100 points for Reckoning. Tier 1 gives you 15, Tier 2 probably gives you more points, and then Tier 3 that comes out next Friday on March 15th will probably give you even more points than that. Hopefully that gives you 50, so you only have to do 2 of those, just like Flying Well. As for the Flashpoint this week, it will take place on Mars. So go into Mars and complete Lost Sectors, Public Events, and Heroic Adventures to improve the progress towards the Flashpoint to get one of these bonuses, as well as the fact there is obviously a powerful gear milestone here on the adventure. And since we're already here, the escalation protocol for this week will be all 3, because last week was all 3, and next week will be the Ikelos shotgun, which obviously got a big nerf with that recent 2.2.0 patch, but it is still probably one of the best PvE shotguns or PvE specials in the game for DPS right now. So if you still want that shotgun, you should still go get it because it is significantly powerful. As for the Dreaming City this week, it is in its strongest curse. You can tell because Petra is in Rhea Silvia, so if you want to go out there and do the Shattered Throne, which is obviously not on the map, but doing the Shattered Throne to get more chances of getting that ship or the ghost or the sparrow or anything you want, or you just want to go out there and get the milestones or the story missions, it is in its strongest curse week. So if you want to go out there, go do it. As for the Ascendant Challenge this week, I do believe it's the one with the sword, the one where you actually get to pick up that sword after defeating those witches, and there's 3 knights that can only be defeated by a sword. I don't know if that's correct. I know last week was the up. I think next week is the down. And I think the sword one is in between. And I believe that one, you have to actually go over here into this area to be able to get into the Ascendant portal. I do believe that's where that sword one is, but please correct me if I'm wrong on the Ascendant run. And of course, this is your friendly reminder to go visit the Spider. In case you are not already going there for the Drifter bounty, he has a powerful reward for you guys if you haven't done it already. Moving on to TESS EVERIS inventory. Wow, that's a weird looking spider. Moving on to the TESS EVERIS inventory. If you haven't seen it already, we're going to show you all the different things she has in her inventory and all the different things she has on sale and all the doodads and whatnots. If you don't know what's inside the Notorious Engram, check out my previous reset that says Season Reset right on the thumbnail if you want to see the entire list of everything in there, or obviously you can go ahead and click triangle or Y or inspect or whatever it is and actually see the full list of everything that can come out of it. But let's go ahead and go, and I'll just hover over the different things that she has in her inventory in case you're interested in any one of them. Just read the name and you can see exactly. If you want it, I'll be inspecting a couple of different items like this one because it has a cool little jet flame out the back or whatever it is. It's obviously an exotic. Just wanted to quickly show you off the different things she has on sale. So go ahead and read the name across the top in case you're interested. This is going to be the class item depending on what class you pick. If you're, for example, a Warlock, you'll see the Warlock one, and it will be the same roll for every single one of them. For some reason, the class item is always Submachine Gun Reserves for like the last few seasons. I don't understand why they thought it was a good idea. The weapon ornament is going to be for the last word on the week that the Thorn's being sold, which is kind of ironic. We got the appearance of the Doomsday, which I forget what the Doomsday is. Is that the new grenade launcher? It must be the new grenade launcher I haven't actually gotten yet or received yet. But other than that, that is pretty straightforward and pretty standard. I believe we went through every single one of these last week, but I'm going to quickly dip in and see each one of them. That was the one with that. That's the Graviton Lance one. This is the one with this ship. Actually, this one is new because we didn't see it before. This one can only be found in the bundle, which is really annoying because this one looks like a Star Trek-ass ship and it looks so cool. And then we have the last one with the doggo. In case you wanted to get the doggo emote, which is probably one of the best emotes in the game right now because you play with a little doggo, throw him a ball, and well, he doesn't. That's EVERIS. And then lastly, obviously there is no more 4-star bounty. There is no more Prismatic Matrix. So if you want to get any one of these bounties for any reason, it is there for you. All right, as for Benedict Cumberbatch's inventory for this week, obviously I'm just going to go ahead and slide across each one of them, pause the video to see what you need to do to complete each one of these. And of course, the weapon this week will be the rocket launcher with the cluster bombs. Pretty much fallen out of favor because of the new cluster bomb rocket opportunities and the faster fire rate. For example, Bad Omens is a 25 RPM, meaning it shoots faster, it reloads faster, does everything faster, and it's a void weapon. So Sins of the Past has pretty much fallen out of favor as far as the cluster bomb rockets, as well as the fact that cluster bomb got nerfed with the recent update. So this is really not a good choice anymore. But that's the inventory in case you were interested. As for the Hawthorne inventory, gonna go quickly slide across the weekly bounties. You got Blind Well, you got Crucible matches. By the way, Crucible also counts Gambit for some reason. They both count as Crucible for some reason, but you know, that each person their own. You got the raid encounter, and you obviously have the Gambit Prime matches with clanmates. And then lastly, we have the weekly raid challenges. Last week was the Kali challenge. For this one will be the Shirochi challenge, which is basically not getting hit by her regular ball attack. You can get pushed back, you can get launched in the air, but you cannot get hit by her regular little shooting a ball attack to be able to complete this challenge. And then the second one, Hold the Line, which is going to be the first area of the Scourge of the Past raid, which has you do things at twice the speed. So never let the charge in the middle for the map get to the red zone, and you should be able to complete this one. This one is one of those things, if you have a good team, you're going fast, you just get it by accident. Moving on to Ava's inventory, in case you were wondering. By the way, this is just Black Orange Key Mold. Last week, at the beginning of the week, they fixed it so you can actually get those nowadays. But I'm going to go ahead and quickly go over the different options you have for the dailies, as well as the weeklies, as well as the different weapon frames in case you were interested. Obviously, those two are the weeklies. As far as the weapon frames this week, we have the auto rifle, which is a Volander's Forge. We have the sword, which is also a Volander's Forge. I incorrectly called that one Izanami, but that is a Volander's Forge. And then we lastly have the bow frame, which is definitely an Izanami or Izanagi, Izanami's Forge. this kind of poopy because literally last week was auto rifle, sword, and sniper, and now we have auto rifle, sword, and bow. But and I already have a ballistic log, which I'm gonna just spend on the bow because I need to get that Izanagi's the blue shader thingy. But yeah, that's there in case you're. Oh, hey, look, research frames got pushed to the second page because I have so many things.
The research frames got pushed to the last page to go.
And lastly, the inventory that I wasn't able to show off last week because I didn't have the full inventory preview, but I'm gonna go ahead and show you the different Gambit Prime bounties. Obviously, these first 4 are gonna be the weekly ones. The ones for the Reaper, Sentry, and Vader, and Collector ones are gonna be the same every single week. It is still offering a Collector head upgrade, but this time it will be offering the legendary synthesizer upgrade. So if you do not know, the synthesizer starts at green rarity, goes to blue, then now goes up to the purple rank, which I assume the purple rank is what you need to synthesize for the tier 3 reckoning. So obviously you've got to complete at least one of these a week so you can get the upgrade, so that on Friday we can do the tier 3 things. Outside of that, I'm just going to quickly go across the different options you have for the different bounties here, for the Prime Daily bounties, and then the Prime Civic Duty bounties, which are obviously around the different solar system pieces and pretty much get anywhere. And the last thing is going to be the Gambit bounties, which are pretty straightforward in case you're interested. There they are. Anyways, that's pretty much it. That is going to be the weekly reset for you guys today. In case you were interested or you had any questions, let me know in the comments down below. If you had something you needed to ask me, me and the Drifter will be chilling out here with this giant group of people that will be regularly hanging out to this location. He's going to be flipping coins into these little helmets over here. We're going to be having a good old time. Seems like he missed. That was a terrible shot, my friend. Go ahead and shoot another one. Well, wait. All right, he's not going to throw one. But anyways, that's the video. Hope you guys did enjoy. My name has been Dychronic, and I will see you guys next one.